First thing, Dalia, Mabruk. We're very proud of your accomplishment and thank you for being who you are and being a dear friend. So let me ask you first, tell us a little bit about EdVentures, since entrepreneurship is our focus. What is it? What's your vision? Where did it start? What's the story?
First of all, allow me to thank you very much and thank Dean Kamel for this recognition. It means a lot for me, actually. I'm an AUC graduate 3 times. So this is my home, this is my place. I owe this place a lot because actually education is everything. And during my study at the AUC, it built my mindset and the way I think about my life generally and of course about the business because I'm a graduate of School of Business. So I have to thank all the AUC staff and of course my professor and friend, Dr. Ayman. From where EdVentures, we started EdVenture, the idea from where actually, yes, I'm the 3rd generation in one of the biggest organizations in Egypt that works in publishing and education. But I was very passionate about what I was doing. I felt a great responsibility that I want to really do an impact and try to affect people's life. So from this concept, we moved from the concept of just traditional publishing, adding on some companies in the group, from software company to animation to magazines, etc. But actually, this was not enough. In these first companies, I was just a co-founder, supporting my father in the expansion with a great vision. But I felt very responsible about the future of Nahdet Misr and education generally. And this was back then when I was studying at the Executive MBA, 2013, 2014, where we met for the first time and you taught us entrepreneurship. And this was the first time to be introduced to the ecosystem of startups. When I noticed this ecosystem, I felt very responsible to give back. I felt that I have knowledge. Back then, I was the CEO of Nahdet Misr. I took the lead mid-2011, a very tough time. And I decided to make a second master degree, not a PhD, in order to gain more knowledge and to update myself and to see how I can move the company to a different stage and make a real leap and change management. And this happened through the Executive MBA. During this journey, I noticed the ecosystem of entrepreneurship. I felt that I have the knowledge from the Executive MBA and some experience on the ground. Why shouldn't I give back? So I started as a mentor, and the first company I mentored them, they won the award of Injaz. So I felt this is a destiny. I have to continue supporting this ecosystem. And meanwhile, I was having my executive MBA, 3 children, CEO for a company in a very difficult time after the revolution. Yani I think a lot of you know quite well what was after 2011. And we were facing difficult time across economical, political, security, etc. But I felt I have to do it. And actually, I did it silently. I didn't tell my spouse, my husband. I didn't tell anyone in the family. I was just mentoring the startups till I make sure that it's really worth. And when we went for the final announcement of the competition and they won, I start announcing that I have been mentoring startups. So I felt that this ecosystem is amazing and I have to continue the journey. I start to mentor more and to be part of the juries, etc. And then feeling responsible about Nahdet Misr and the education and the human development generally, I felt we are adding on in the group companies, but this is not enough. We will not do it by ourselves. So how we can disrupt this education, because there is a huge gap. All of us know quite well that education needs a lot of improvement. If I kept opening new companies in the group, it will not be enough. We will not do it by ourselves. And the ecosystem of startups is amazing. We have very creative, very enthusiastic, very knowledgeable people. We have great youth people who have really great ideas and innovations. Why shouldn't we support them? And while supporting them, we will feed back to our company and to the country and to the whole ecosystem. When I started, this was almost 9 years back. Um, it has been a very difficult time where people will not recognize EdTech. EdTech was not on the map. So to start EdVentures, it was a bit weird. There is no startups. There weren't enough startups. So I had to start by an incubation. So I started by an incubator, then an accelerator, then the investment. So this was a new thing to take the startups through the channel of incubation, acceleration, investment, and then we invest in the good startups that we really feel that they are strong and that they are going to grow quite well. We supported till today 108 startups. And thank God we managed to build an ecosystem. We started to create awareness, to sponsor even events, to make a special tracks for EdTech, to raise the awareness of and the importance of EdTech. And during this journey, what is really nice about what has been happening is that we really created an ecosystem. Startups have been supporting each other. The experience have been exchanging experience, making partnerships. So we managed to build such an ecosystem, and a lot of our startups, mashallah, have been taking several rounds of investment, great success stories. And I'm honored to receive this year the Investor of the Year through by the great organization, which is the Global Startup Award, which it's a Norwegian organization that gives international awards, and of course local. We received first the African, Middle East, and then we were finalists. To tell you the truth, I was not expecting to receive the global award, and then they announced during the event that we are the Investors of the Year because of the impact that we have been doing.
That's amazing, amazing story. So, very briefly, tell us about 2 or 3 startups that you're really proud of that have created amazing impact.
Okay. I have actually several startups, but I will tell you about the startups that have been through the journey from the incubation phase. Okay, I'll take them from incubation phase. For example, we have a very well-known startup called eYouth. eYouth, Mustafa, he is from one of our governorates. So I was very amazed that he's not from Greater Cairo as we got to use this. He started with us in an incubation and acceleration phase. He's supporting training programs and career readiness and development. Mashallah, he's now present in more than 23 countries. He has a company in UAE. He has another company in Saudi Arabia. He has several rounds of investment, and we are expecting, inshallah, he might an exit or an IPO in a year and a half or so. He mashallah, managed to train tens of millions of youth and helping them to be employed.
That's amazing. Dalia, based on all what you've done, now you're really anchored in the education space. Tough question, but tell us, where do you see that EdTech and educational space growing in the next 5 years, especially with all the AI and all of these things? What's your vision for that space? And where do you see Egyptian startups, if someone, an entrepreneur here is thinking, I want to get into that space, where do you see the opportunities?
Okay. Some people think that EdTech, with the disruption of AI, might not find a great future. On the contrary, actually, I see that the future is with EdTech, not being biased. I will tell you why, and you will find the logic behind it. Now, what we are facing is a real disruption in all the industries. It's not only in EdTech, it's across all the industries. When we talk about employability, it is not about a certain job. It's all now about skills. When you talk about education, it's not about knowledge. Knowledge is everywhere. So it's all about how we are going to develop the skills. We used to graduate from schools or universities, and we feel very proud. I have a bachelor degree or a master degree or a PhD, and this is enough. And khalas, we reached the top of the ladder by having a PhD. This is enough. I will not study anymore. I think that all of us has to develop every day. Because if we did not develop, careers are changing. We are lacking behind. So EdTech is essential for the human life across all our journey. We have to develop all the time. This is one thing. The other thing, when we change positions, we used to be stable in a certain position with some skills, and it's fine to keep like this for 5-6 years. Things will not continue to be like that. No, the market will change, the positions are changing, the skills required are changing, and the jobs themselves are changing. So we have to work on educating ourselves. So EdTech has a great opportunity for developing the human being generally. So with AI, this is what really will matter, is that we have to continue educating ourselves and working on our skills to match with the market and the market need, and to develop ourselves generally.
Dalia, this is amazing. Building a platform to support educators, bringing technology, transforming a family business that's been through multiple generations and having impact to literally millions of people in Egypt and the region. Amazing impact. And I hope that many of our startups would actually start looking at the educational edtech sector. And if you do, you know who to reach out to. That is one of the most thoughtful mentors that you can get ideas and thoughts and vision and advice from. Thank you for everything you're doing. And I hope you join us in looking at the new cohort of startups. Thank you.
I am the one who should thank you very much. Thank you.